Hello again, everyone. Edwin Lerner back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about zodiac sign compatibility between Sagittarius and Capricorn, and yes, it does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant for both people. I see these as neutral by sign. They are adjacent by sign. There could be bad, some good and bad, a good mixture of both in this combination for compatibility and synastry. Uh, when I look at this, okay, Sagittarius is a masculine sign, which suggests extroversion. Capricorn is a feminine sign, which of course suggests introversion. Capricorn can be introverted and introspective. They are often strongly about privacy and are not really very gregarious on average. Now you look at Sagittarius, and Sagittarius can be very outgoing, very gregarious. They're very also a difference that I see with Sagittarius and Capricorn. The strong difference is that Sagittarius often likes to extemporize. Capricorn is very premeditative. Capricorn will often not act without thinking about things for a while. Capricorn really likes to evaluate and analyze the pros and cons of a situation and of a decision. They'll look at a lot of the possible repercussions that may exist, that may occur due to a possible decision, and look at the positives as well and see which one really outweighs the other. While Sagittarius may be regarded as somewhat foolhardy and very impulsive, I think Sagittarius and Aries probably on average have about the most accidents of the zodiac signs, because they can be very impetuous and impulsive, and Capricorn is really like the opposite as far as this goes, being very prudent. And also you have Capricorn, as far as economically, they could be somewhat frugal and they're very prudent about what they spend. And you have Sagittarius, which could be a little bit more extravagant and won't be as disciplined financially, especially if this is like a significant other type of situation. This could cause difficulties in the relationship. However, there's some positives with this combination, because Capricorn can be very somewhat serious and really it not always showing a strong sense of humor. They could have a caustic wit about them, and they may show a little bit more humor behind the scenes maybe. But Sagittarius could be very effervescent and have a strong, robust sense of humor, be very whimsical and jocular, and will like to joke a lot. But what I want to get at, the positive is that Sagittarius can help lighten Capricorn up. And if Capricorn is in a despondent mode, well, maybe Sagittarius can help uplift Capricorn. And conversely, Capricorn can help Sagittarius see the serious side of things and try to see a little, put a little more seriousness into various things, whether it may be work or what have you. And Sagittarius often likes to emphasize things that are fun and enjoyable. Capricorn is often more industrious. They're more strongly career oriented and very ambitious. And Sagittarius can be ambitious too, but I think it's a little more emphasized with Capricorn. So one can maybe help balance the other one out. Also, Sagittarius could be rather loquacious and maybe sometimes even garrulous. They could really be very strong talkers. And Capricorn could be just the opposite. Capricorn could be very taciturn, very quiet. They often have a philosophy of where ideas take precedence over words and in verbiage. And really that's a strong difference between these two people. And I think what's important too is that Capricorn can help give Sagittarius some pragmatism, more pragmatism and practicality. And Sagittarius can give Capricorn some exuberance and enthusiasm, and bring this and help inject this into Capricorn's goals. And really Sagittarius could be often be very encouraging regarding whatever it is the Capricorn person wants to do, because Sagittarius often has a very expansive and optimistic outlook on things. And as far as in the bedroom, so to speak, well, Sagittarius, there's no doubt they could bring a lot of expansiveness and exuberance into the bedroom, and can often have Sagittarius often have strong vitality, and they could apply this as far as into the bedroom, I believe, as well. Capricorn can be very reliable, very consistent, can be more sensual and demonstrative as opposed to what they show outwardly in public. However, Sagittarius might see Capricorn as being a little bit too consistent or monotonous despite the reliability, which would be positive. And Capricorn might see maybe Sagittarius not always as reliable in terms of being there in the bedroom for them, perhaps, or maybe one or two extemporaneous and doing things too much on the fly, so to speak. So that's a thing to look at as far as this compatibility goes between Sagittarius and Capricorn. Well, anyway, it's also important to look at the aspect, if any, that is made between the energies of these people, as this could indicate perhaps better compatibility than otherwise indicated, or maybe not as much. Well, so in some cases you will have a conjunction aspect take place between the energies of these people, being out of sign conjunction aspect. Let's say, for example, one person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Sagittarius at 29 degrees, and the other person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Capricorn at 1 degree. Well, that would form an out of sign conjunction aspect, and this could be very intensifying. And I see this as neutral. You might, because both are on, in this example, Sagittarius would be on the cusp of Capricorn, and Capricorn would be on the cusp of Sagittarius, so they might find a little more commonality than otherwise indicated, but don't forget that familiarity breeds contempt, and when you have a conjunction aspect, you could have some friction in that. And keep in mind that they are neutral by sign compatibility, so you've got to factor that into the equation as well. But you could also have a semi-sextile aspect take place between the energies of these people. Let's say, for example, one person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Sagittarius at 17 degrees, and the other person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Capricorn at 17 degrees. Well, that would form a semi-sextile aspect, which is like a sextile, but it's minor, and it can be, I call this slightly positive or auspicious. It could be, I call it's good but not great. But you could have a little more harmony between these people than otherwise indicated, and a little better ability to work through those differences or disparities with these people. Keep in mind, though, that they are still neutral by sign, being adjacent by sign, so you've got to factor that in as well. Well, you could also have an out-of-sign sextile aspect take place between the energies of these people. Let's say, for example, one person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Sagittarius at 2 degrees, and the other person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Capricorn at 29 degrees. Well, that would form an out-of-sign sextile aspect, which could be positive and auspicious, and you may have a little better harmony between these people than otherwise indicated. And you might also, you have to factor in that they are neutral by sign, being adjacent by sign, so you've got to factor that into the equation as well. But you may have some more harmony and a little more compatibility, a little bit more, it's a flowing aspect of sextile, so you might have a little better as far as ability to work through perhaps then the differences that may exist between the energies of these people than otherwise indicated by the general interpretation. So you could also have a semi-square aspect take place between the energies of these people. Let's say, for example, one person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Sagittarius at 13 degrees, and the other person has the sun, moon, or ascendant in Capricorn at 28 degrees. So that would form a semi-square aspect, which could be, this could be adverse or adversarial, but it's a minor aspect, so it's like the square, but it's modified, not as strong or intense. You might have a few more challenges and conflicts between these people than otherwise indicated by the general interpretation, but you still have to factor into the equation that they are neutral by sign, being adjacent by sign. So anyway, people, That'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for zodiac sign compatibility between Sagittarius and Capricorn. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about zodiac sign compatibility between Sagittarius and Aquarius. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.